gift of hope.
There's been a very pleasing response to the Eastern Mosaic Community Awards, but the quality of the nominations is even more important than the quantity.
For the next few weeks, Eastern Mosaic will take a closer look at some of the individuals and organizations who are doing phenomenal work for South African civil society. And today we focus on the gift of the givers.
Ashwin Desai joined the Eastern Mosaic team for the trip to Jabavu in Soweto.
Eastern Mosaic is visiting the Adelaide Tambo School for the physically challenged. It's a school in the heart of Soweto, and it is a school that is supported by the Gift of the Givers Foundation. We are here to talk to the Gift of the Givers and find out the kind of work they are doing at the school.
The school principal and representatives of the foundation were waiting to welcome the team.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi,
nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you?
Thanks for letting us in your school.
Pleasure.
Just over 380 learners from grade R to 12 attend the school. And there's no question that singing forms a popular part of the curriculum.
We want to support your school. And not only after you finish, other people will come. And so you'll be supported and you'll go on to do great things for our country. And we came to also thank and recognize the work of the teachers, your principal, the governing body, and your own work. But most importantly, we came today to recognize the work of an organization that has done so much called Gift of the Givers.
Mr. Tabang, Soweto has been known in history as a place where people have fought for a quality education. And you are principal of a school which has really done wonderful work for students who are physically challenged. Tell us a bit about the school.
We've decided that we want to change the mindset of our learners, not to feel sorry or pity for themselves, but to feel enabled to do things. We are serving learners who are physically challenged. They also have challenges mentally.
The Gift of the Givers has supported your school and has had an influence on school. Tell us a bit about their work.
We didn't go out to look for Gift of Givers. They just dropped in my office and said, we want to help. Then I said, oh, who called you? Then they said, no, we're given a task to select one of the schools in Soweto. And we thought this school has a combination of that. Since they are here, my children are receiving groceries in the hostel. They're also receiving vegetables. They've also built a jungle gym. You'll see it's very colorful, very inviting. My kids are able to exercise and enjoy. And they also have benches around the school and the hostel where my kids during lunch, they can actually sit and rest like dignified people.
The foundation has also played an active role in improving the facilities.
Joyce, this is a fantastic park that is emerging, taps and classrooms. Tell us a bit about the work that has gone into make this happen.
Since Gift of the Givers came into our life, there is a lot of change. Actually, they came into our life last year, and then there is life in our learners, life in our educators, life in the parents. The Gift of Givers has done a lot to us. We are going to build classrooms here, and then there will be ramps for the learners who use the wheelchairs.
And just tell us about your own growing in the school.
Since we opened this office in Johannesburg, Dr. Imkia said, listen, let's get something close to our heart. One of the schools or hospitals, and my colleague here, Thandi, and myself, we went out and she said, listen, I knew Adelaide Tambo, the late Adelaide Tambo, and she was very close, her heart was very close to the school. And then one morning we took a drive here, and since then I've been coming here, I think every second week or so.
So Thandi, when we met Aladdin, he said you his right hand, his left hand, and his brain. So I don't know what he's got. Why is he saying this? Every time we want to speak to him, he says we have to speak to you.
I think it's because we work as a collective. This school is just next to my heart because of the late Adelaide Tambo. I know her from the struggle. I used to work with her at some stage, And when she passed on, I thought maybe to give her a very big present, and on what she has done for the school, we must be in a position to continue where she left.
Dr. Suleiman, right here in the middle of Soweto, how did you get involved in the school?
Most things in the history of Gifts of the Givers has been divinely guided or divinely inspired. I have a spiritual teacher in Istanbul. He said, nothing is done by you, everything is done through you. And in that process, you would find that you're directed by some unconscious way to this area. Our hearts were taken by the name and by the dignity of those great people. And we said, Gift of the Givers has to be in the school.
The principal of the school spoke about how the Gift of the Givers arrived, and you really got involved in school, immersed in school, not just about giving, but seeing it develop, feeling the pulse of the school. What lies behind that philosophy?
Life is about creating opportunity and creating hope. And that's what we believe in. And we were always looking, to add new projects. Eventually, when these kids come out, all the effort that the teacher and the principal has put, there has to be some benefit. And they cannot pass and suddenly find they cannot go to the university. There's no funding, there's no progress. So we have to create opportunity at that stage. And we are fortunate because Gifts of the Givers also have a bursary fund. And we now even have scholarships. So as the fund is growing every year.
Often donors just come and they help for a year or two and then they disappear. But clearly, Gift of the Givers is here to stay. Well, what are your future plans?
The most important criteria is, do the staff, the governing body, play ball with us? If there's no messing around, they're serious on their side, because we are very serious. And we find the seriousness, not only will double it, we'll treble and 4 times the amount of money that we would put into a project, because it creates hope for other physically challenged schools in other parts of the country.
You travel the whole world, you've seen disasters, you've seen hardship. When you walked into the school, what did you feel for the first time?
My Sufi teacher told me only one line. He said, one line is the essence of all religion. And he quoted that to me in Arabic. He said, Khairun nas may yanfa'un nas. Best among people are those who benefit mankind. And he said the emphasis is on the word mankind. And when I came here, I just saw the words of the Sufi teacher flying through my mind. Here's another opportunity to help somebody and help them make themselves independent.
The story would be incomplete without the parents' and pupils' perspective.
Your son is at the school Mishak, and the school is obviously very important for children who are physically challenged. Tell us about why it's important.
In the past time, when there's apartheid, lots of the disabled people, they were not educated. They were just asking money from the street. So I just want to see my son to become something.
Here we've got future leaders, we've got nurses, we've got doctors. As we know, South Africa is at a crisis of doctors. Here we can have doctors. We've got good science students who can actually be good doctors in future.
Adelaide Tambo School for the Physically Challenged is a different kind of school. When you walk into the school, you feel the passion of the students and the compassion of the teachers. But you also come to realize that some people in the school are making a difference, and none other than the Gift of the Givers. They have taken on the school's projects, they have supported it, they've expanded the school, and you heard the words of appreciation from the school principal. Because the Gift of the Givers, as Dr. Suleiman clearly indicated in his interview, combines both a passion to help the poorest of the poor and a compassion to keep going.